Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Truth Portal. In case you haven't noticed, you see the title in the description. Well, that's just what it's going to be about tonight. Welcome to the Truth Portal. I have no plans of pulling any punches tonight, guys, so take offense. You know what they say, truth hurts. Everything and everyone's fair game tonight. And my normal announcement to YouTube, this channel period is not and will not never be advertiser friendly. I'm done playing your games. There's been a lot going on the past couple weeks, wouldn't you say? You know, I have some opinions and views. That's just what they are. They're my opinions and my views. You know, I mean, what are opinions? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Like I said, I try to do these streams to make you guys think, question. But, you know, I'm kind of getting tired of the point of seeing people claim to be truthers, citizen journalists. But yet when there's a real story happening in the United States that has an impact, they rather go cover Bilderberg. So let's just start with Bilderberg. Let's get it out the way. What is Bilderberg? Oh, some say it's a conspiracy. Others say it's just the elites are trying to control the world. The secret society. You guys are fools. All Bilderberg is smoke and mirrors. What's the first rule of a secret society? You want to know what the first rule of secret society? Oh, it's secret. No, that's not the first rule. The first rule is find a bunch of puppets that look good in the public and parade them out there while the true puppet masters stay behind closed doors that you'll never know their faces or names or that they even exist. It is a charade meant to draw attention away from what's really going on, while the masters pull their strings in the background. But yet, every year or every event, Bilderberg event, all you citizen journalists, so-called truth seekers, Alex Jones, oh, it's Bilderberg. They never will. And if they ever do, you can bet it's fucking bullshit. So let's get away from Bilderberg. Because all it is smoke and mirrors, and they're sending that smoke right up your asses. And you guys keep feeding into it instead of out there reporting real stories. Let's cover the next hot topic so we can get that out the way. The Seth Rich thing. Guys, it's just another version of Pizzagate. Get you go down the rabbit hole chasing ends after ends that have no thing to be found. You know? Well, yeah, but you're not going to find it through Seth Rich. Start investigating the other ones that have mysteriously died. You had 2 U.S. attorneys, U.S. general attorneys that have died, mysterious deaths, all because they were filing against the DNC. Start there. You wonder why? You want to know why you can't get a Freedom of Information Act from D.C. and other facilities? Do some research. I know somebody that did, but yet, because he's affiliated with Alex Jones. But he brought out some good names and tied them. Even in person, he ended up in this hospital. A lady that's on the DNC, husband is the head trauma surgeon. You got to get away from the Seth Rich thing. You got to start looking at the links, just like the police department. You're not going to get information from there. Why? The person that runs the fucking police union, DNC. Like I said, somebody did the research, looked into it, gave the names. But most people, oh, he was Alex Jones, he's incredible. Well, at least he put some connections to tell you anything going that way is going to be a dead end. Start investigating the other things. There is a trail. I'm not going to. I could care less about it. Why? Because there's more important issues going on than that. It's just another form of smoke and mirrors. They're blowing smoke up your ass and giving you breadcrumbs to go chase. And sure enough, top trending stuff on YouTube is people going into it. And they're getting nowhere. Step outside the box, like I always say, and go find something else. Follow the other trails. Or start researching why this information is not coming through. You're not going to find nothing with that. It's all covered up. They don't want you to know. They want to give you tidbits and false information to keep you off the trail. Other bodies keep racking up. Just saying. Common sense, guys. That's going to be a part of this tonight's topics too. Lack common sense. You claim to have it. It's like all these so-called citizen journalists claim to be truth seekers, righteous, open-minded. Yeah, you can kiss my ass. You're far from it. Same way with all you people that claim to be constitutionalists. Believe in it. Not saying you don't. There's truth there. You guys believe in the Constitution. Except for when it goes against your belief. Then the Constitution don't apply to the other person. That makes you, what? A bigot, a hypocrite, a liar. You don't honor the Constitution because if you did, you wouldn't judge anybody by their religious preference. Everybody has a right that is a citizen of this country to practice what they want, to believe in what they want, as long as it is not of hate and violence. Now, it kills me how many Christians out there that claim to be truthers, open-minded, citizen journalists, preppers, constitutionalist patriots that claim they'll fight and die for what the Constitution stands for, but as soon as somebody says they're pagan or Wiccan or Druid or Satanist, oh, you're evil, you're one of the elites. Oh yeah. But yet, so therefore now you're judging them and telling them that their constitutional rights don't apply because they don't go against what you've been taught. And you shut them out when they're bringing you truths. You know, you're just a bunch of hypocrites. Brainwashed lab rat fools. All you guys are. But don't think I'm not gonna get on the other ones, because I'm getting right to them too. I'll go right down the line if I have to. Every religion, they do it. We all do it. They all do it. You know, freedom of religion is a constitutional right, guys. And when you bash somebody else's religion, oppress them, because that's what you're doing. When you say, oh, you're evil, you're just part of the system, you're the elite, you're the reason the world. No, You're the reason why the world's the way it is, because you don't honor the Constitution. Freedom of religion. They have the right to believe and practice. They're not evil. You're allowing yourself to be brainwashed in your goddamn churches with the preacher fucking preaching hate. Oh, he's homosexual. He's evil. He's going to burn in hell. Well, we have equal liberty. Everybody's supposed to be equal in this country, as the Constitution states. You guys can't treat everybody as equal because you can't see past the fucking dogma. Guys, religion is is the root of all evil right now. Because it teaches hate. It teaches control. Makes you slaves. That's what you guys are, as slaves. When you let a person tell you that this person's evil, this person's going to hell. Well, he might. Here's the bottom line. Ain't none of us know God. Ain't none of us seen God. And none of us are going to know the goddamn answer until we don't even know if there's really such a thing as a heaven and hell. And most of you don't even study history to find out where your religion comes. You guys don't even understand that the Constitution, they put that in there because our forefathers and their forefathers fled the persecution of Europe, the persecution of the church. Remember, back in history, you go back far enough, it was Catholicism, not Baptist, not Jehovah's Witness, not Mormons. You guys forget your history. And I'm going to get on that too. Like I said, I'm not pulling punches tonight. I find it sick that you guys sit there just claim to be truthful, claim to be open-minded, claim to believe in the Constitution that you spit on. You know what? And here's the thing, I believe in the Bible. I believe there's truth in there. But I also know it teaches love. We're to love even thine enemy. You know what? It's not my place to judge somebody if they want to be a homosexual. Now, I've got friends that are homosexuals. I got friends that are Christians, friends that are Muslim, friends that are Hindus. I got friends that virtually in every religion. You know what? They're open-minded. We can sit there and talk about our religious beliefs. As soon as we bring up something that's different than you, it's instantly judging. That's the problem with this world today. We've become so judgmental. We start throwing out what the Constitution stands for. Freedom. Freedom to be who you are. Yes, there is a fine line between when you start pushing boundaries, like Kathy Griffin did. She pushed the boundary and stepped over it. It's great to push boundaries, but no, there's consequences to pay when you step over them. And we should push boundaries. Pushing boundaries helps us grow, helps us learn, become free thinkers. You guys forgotten how to do that. The only time I hear Christians standing up for anything is when it affects them. When it affects others, it don't. Pagans that come to support when you guys are being challenged with stuff's unconstitutional because we believe you have the right to practice what you want. Go to your churches. You like that. I know that. And what I'm talking about don't apply to you. If you believe in the Constitution, you treat others. You want to judge somebody, judge them by their actions and deeds, how they handle themselves, how they are with others. This is why this country is so fucking divided right now. Because we all claim to honor and respect the Constitution. We believe in the Constitution. But when something goes against you quickly shut them out. That makes you a slave because you're not a free thinker. Because you're not open-minded. You can't hear other people's views and opinions and question your own. Anything that makes you question, you instantly think it's the devil. It's evil. You forget how to use common sense. So don't tell me you believe in the Constitution, because you don't. You spit on it. To you fucking pagans out there. You guys are just as bad. You allowed politics to split you. You live in fear half the time. Fear. You're afraid to talk about and be who you claim to be. Because you're afraid to be judged. And that makes you even worse. Because in every other pagan path, the worst thing we're taught is to conquer our fears. Do not let fear have root or control over us. We should be the ones setting the example. We should be the ones out there speaking the truth. We wouldn't have all this brainwashing going on if we'd open our fucking mouths. Well, if you would open your fucking mouths, I have been. Problem is, too many people are fucking judgmental because, I'm a pagan. So therefore, everything I'm saying is evil. Except I'm showing you the tools, so all this shit doesn't keep happening. You're so caught up in the celebrities of this fucking world that you worship the feet they fucking walk on. While they're sitting here climate control. Fuck climate control. Or climate change, whatever you want to call it. Somebody said it best. And it was actually a Christian said it best. You can't change what God had planned. God set it in motion. God controls the earth, gave the earth its ability. Things like other people have said, 25 species die every day. It's part of the natural cycle. How many ice ages have we had? The earth goes through its cycle. There's nothing fucking we can do about it. Every species before us that's not here is extinct. Why? Because Mother Nature, Earth, whatever you want to call it, went through a cycle and removed it to heal itself. And again, it might be millennia before it does again. But it's going to happen. Nothing we do is going to change it. We barely put an impact of what's already has happened in the past. Scientists have proved it with the ice samples. They take the core samples from the ice. It shows how it's happened. It happens throughout centuries. In a cycle. There's no such thing as climate change. You know why? Actually, carbon went down. Why? Well, we cut a bunch of trees down. What do trees do? They produce carbon into the air. Less forest, less carbon. But on the same token, you can't cut too many trees down because it also helps produce oxygen. There's a fine line there. So yeah, we can impact a little bit. Our impact is minute. Stupid Paris trade deal thing, that was the biggest joke ever. Most of that money's probably going to these fucking third world countries where all these fucking terrorists are. We can't produce coal here in the United States, but China can, who has the worst pollution in the world. They can't even drink their waters. I can go to fucking Toledo, and there's at least 15 super barges. Water. You know where those barges are going? China. Because they can't drink their fucking water. They got to get their water from us. But yet they can produce their coal for the next 13 years. Let's talk about a contract. Oh, there will be no, this can't be renegotiated. Really? It can't? Then it's not a contract. Every contract can be renegotiated. If you don't want to renegotiate it, that's just telling us that you was full of shit to begin with. You're just taking money. Where's that money going? I don't see it making any difference anywhere in this fucking world. Give me a second, guys. I'm actually going to have somebody come in here who wants to join. Of course. Now I got to remember how. It's been a while. Like I was saying, guys, you guys, and you let them trick you. Common sense tells you that. You guys keep allowing people to tell you things, brainwash you, while there's more important fucking shit going on. You know what really kills me? You know what really kills me? When you guys want to bitch because the person you wanted elected didn't get elected, so everything this president does that past presidents have done, oh, it's illegal. You know what's illegal? Allowing these fucking radical Muslims to come into our fucking country and do what they're doing over in Europe, Germany, France, Norway, Australia. But oh wait, you seen what Australia just did this week? You can't even, now, you even try to get over there by boat and you don't have a visa, they're escorting that boat right back out in the international waters. You're not coming into their country. That's what everyone needs to do. When we can't vet these fuckers, we can't prove that they're not, they come from one of these countries that are supporting terrorism, that are sending people in, doing all this shit around the world. You can't even go to a fucking concert now and be safe. Rock am Range on the range in fucking Germany had to be evacuated today because they highly suspected that a terrorist attack was going to happen, and they canceled the fucking event for the rest of the day. Now you got people running around scared to even go to fucking concerts. But yet you want them to come into this country, and to you that practice LGBT, that say, let them in, go to live in their fucking country for a day and act like you do here, where you have your freedoms to be equal, treated and respected as for what you are. And I support LGBT rights. Have. Clear back when I did the magazine, we've always supported that cause. But to see some of you say, let them in, you know what they do to you in their country? Go look it up. There's plenty of videos still on YouTube that shows what they do to people like you in their country. But yeah, you want them in. But yeah, here's my thing. I don't see none of these fucking so-called citizen journalists, truth sayers, but I've only found one channel talking about it. In San Diego, there's a school board that has that is teaching, the school is teaching Sharia law to the kids, your kids. In Ohio, I know they're teaching Islam to the students, but yet they spend like 3 months on Islam and say they spend a couple weeks on other religions. Let's clarify something first. Sharia law is not a religion. It's not a faith. It's an ideology. It's a political ideology. It's an ideology of hate that they've used to even commit genocide on their own kind. That's the other problem with most of you. You're too scared to go study and learn and read other religions. You just want to judge because, oh, it's bad. We were taught it was evil. You know what that is? That's a system of control meant to keep you enslaved. You know, I'm not going to call you sheeple. That's too nice of a term. I'm not going to call you a herd. You're a bunch of brainwashed cattle being led to the slaughter like it's Sunday dinner. You know what all religion does? Makes one religion hate the other. That's all it's ever done throughout centuries. Religion is nothing more than a means to control the masses, and that's the truth. History has shown that. Let's talk about history. No, let's get back to that school. We'll get to history later. Teaching Sharia law to the students. But here's what puts the icing on the fucking cake. Your taxpayers' dollars are going to an organization called CARE. CARE has been labeled by the United States government as a system that is sending money to terrorists. They've labeled them as a terrorist organization. And this school system is sending your taxpayers' money to that. They put this law so it's not trying to say, well, this ain't religion. We're not teaching religion. This is part of a bullying act. You guys just all got bullied. Then all these people that went to the school board trying to speak up, oh, your time's up. Oh, your time's up. Not even giving people a chance to talk and say what needs to be said. And if you refuse to stop talking, then how the police escort you out. But yet they weren't hitting that buzzer when those Muslims were in there talking, supporting Sharia law. What is Sharia law? Well, if you're a woman, you have no rights. So you're not wearing that hijab, or whatever the fuck it's called, covering your face, you will be stoned and killed. Or you'll have your genitals mutilated. And that's what they're teaching in school now. It's all right to teach that. Well, now, That school board, that school is being sued. Why? Violating the amendment, separation of church and state, and the added amendment where religion cannot be taught in schools. You know what? I wouldn't mind if they taught religions in school, if you taught all of them. But me personally, my personal belief is that should be taught at home or in the churches. Which, maybe it needs to be taught in school, so future generations will have less hatred for the other religions. They'll know a bit about it. But, most of you guys would never sign off for that. So, yes, I agree. For now, I agree. Let's keep it all separate. It shouldn't be in our school system. The only thing that should be in our school system, reading, writing, arithmetic, science. And not science about climate control. Just like the fucking transgender bathroom. Guess what? You keep letting them teach Sharia law in the fucking school system, that transgender bathroom system, all you guys that want to be transgender, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. Be that, you have that right. You live in the United States. That's what our Constitution was fought for. It's why people died for, so you could have that right. That's why we had the Civil Rights Movement, so they could have their freedoms and be equal. The biggest case won to date was recognizing all homosexuals as equal, to where they had to be recognized in every state. Best law ever passed. Because you are equal. But don't go there and fucking say, having our borders secured and protected, having these vetting procedures, you're gay, saying let them in, all because you're pissed off because Trump got elected. Go fuck yourself. Wake up. Because now all you're doing is making people think, oh shit, why'd we give these guys their rights? They're not being equal. There's a difference, guys. When there's hate and murder and crimes and genocide is being committed, that is not a religion. That is not protected by the Constitution. That is criminal. But yet you want to love. I'm glad that a bunch of parents are standing up. A bunch of people in the community is standing up for it. I'm glad there was a couple of attorneys that took on the case and going to sue the shit out of them. Everybody on that school board should be arrested and charged as terrorists. Why? Because they're supporting a terrorist organization. CARE. And no offense to the Muslims out there who believe in a peaceful form, believe in practice a peaceful way, come here to get race for that shit, I don't blame you. But here's my message to you. You want people to stop judging you because of what the radicals do? Start standing the fuck up. Man up. Grow some balls. Get off your goddamn knees and fight back. Show us that you believe in the Constitution. You believe in the freedoms that we have, the reason why you came here. Start turning these fucking terrorists in. The ones we don't know about yet. Start reporting them. Stand up. Because you're in this country, you're legal, you might have to shed some blood to keep your freedoms. Our forefathers had to. Our generations to this day still do it. Our soldiers go overseas, fight in wars that we might not agree with. But they do it because they believe they are protecting our freedoms, our rights. Like I said, everyone's fair game tonight. I'm not pulling punches. It's time you guys hear the message, hear the truth. And you know what? Jack Nicholson in that movie, A Few Good Men, yeah, he stole that movie, but he was right. You want the truth? You can't handle the fucking truth. None of you can. You know what? There's a reason why they say the truth hurts. Because it does. It makes you realize you've been lied and deceived to all these years. That you had some false ideas. But that's a good thing because it makes you grow. It makes you become wise. Teaches you how to become free thinkers. Teaches you how to become open-minded and question things. You know, we don't live in a perfect world. Never going to. There's the other misconception that everyone's taught. Good must prevail. Well, guess what? Yin and yang. You can't live without the other. There has to be both. There's no such thing as a perfect utopia. Because even in a perfect utopia, you've got to have both. It's in our nature. It's even a part of you. You have your good days, you have your bad days. I can quote the Bible. How many times God was wrathful, vengeful, but yet he was merciful, loving at the same time. You know, Christian, Christ-like, or God-like. God created us in his own image. So therefore, we are much like him. We are loving, we are wrathful, we are vengeful, hateful. We have all those emotions. The only difference is, guys, we have free will. That's what sets us apart from every other species. Free will. He also gave us dominion over everything. But I'm not preaching. I am spiritual. I have faith. I believe faith without works is dead. I have a Christian background, but I am not a Christian. I am a pagan. And I'm proud to say that. Why? Because I'm a free thinker. I'm a pagan, heathen, heretic. It means I'm a free thinker. That's what the Catholic Church does to anybody. All you so-called Christians that live in the United States that don't practice Catholicism, that's what you are. So in a sense, you are my brothers and sisters, whether you want to believe it or not, because you are supposed to be free thinkers. Strip the churches, strip the hate, practice what Jesus taught you. Love thy neighbor, love thy enemy. Cheap. But also remember this. He never said anything about going to church either. He says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there you can fellowship with God. He also, what does he talk about prayer? Go to your closets and pray. Don't do it in the open. We should never be talking about really religion. We should be talking about the truth. Because let me tell you some other truths. What is science? Well, science is just another form of the occult. Many of the modern day terms come from old occult practices and teachings. They just gave them new names, and now they use them against you. Our own tools, this is from pagans, this is from a pagan, they're using our own tools against us. But most of you can't even understand that. Can't even grasp it because, oh, that's evil. No such thing. The only thing that makes it evil is a person's intent. Because there's no such thing as good and evil. It's all energy, frequency, and vibration. It's all part of the cosmic universe. It all flows through us. It's even a part of us. It's clear down to our very last molecule. But each of you guys can't grasp that. You don't grasp what you're being bombarded with every day. You don't know how to protect yourselves because you can't listen to somebody else because they practice something different from what you do. Now do you guys start to see how they've used this? Our forefathers never meant it for that way because they knew what it was like. You know, and don't worry, I'm going to get on governments as well. Every religion does it. There's only maybe a few that don't. But yet, they don't speak up because why? When they do, they get oppressed. They get persecuted. Just like any free thinker or truth sayer that are there, there's few. There's some really good people. You know what I mean? Because, what kills me is people that even have a story. Like, I've been working on an investigative story. I actually did a video on it already called The New Faces of the Sleeper Cells. Do you know not even a single citizen journalist will touch it? Why? Because it's dealing with people that were locked up in prison. Stories of things they eyewitnessed. The things you guys should know. Most of them have been quiet. Why? Well, we'll cover that later too. Because of the laws. Because, they're labeled as terrorists as well, even after they get out. And let me tell you something. Prison system is a multi-billion-dollar operation. It's meant to keep you in the system and never let you go. But we'll touch on that because I still want to stay on that Sharia law thing that I've kind of sidetracked because that thing had me so pissed off this week when I found out. What even pissed me off, not one of you so-called citizen journalists that even reported on it. You claim to be truthers, righteous. You claim to be open-minded. Quit lying and deceiving your followers, your subscribers, people that donate to you. You're just taking their money and saying, fuck you. You rather go report on smoke and mirrors and chase something down a rabbit hole that has no beginning or end. You rather be talking about Kathy Griffin or what Trump tweeted. We said a number one story. It should be the number one story in every news network. Not the fucking citizen journalists. I'm not even going to give the news media any credit because they're just a bunch of fucking fakes. Each of the fucking separate fucking entities that they work for is politically backed. So all their opinions is always one-sided, one way or the other. They never report the truth. They're part of the problem. There used to be real journalists, real investigative journalists. You know what? They wouldn't break if they were doing an investigative report, they wouldn't break the story until they had all their fucking facts triple checked. For every anonymous source they had a source that would come forward, all documented. So if it was ever questioned, here's my sources, here's where I got it. They'd protect their anonymous ones as best as they could and give them the ones that agreed to be public about it and show where their research from, where their documentation from, where their investigation from, so it could not be questioned. And if it was, and it came out to be false, they knew who to discredit and who to blame, so the journalist wasn't to blame. That type of fucking thing don't even exist today. Not in the mainstream media. Some of our citizen journalists, they do their best, they try. Fucking all you citizen journalists, but I know I unfollowed a bunch of you this week. Especially those that claim to be righteous, open-minded truth seekers. Truthers. You know, better than the fake news. Critical bigotry. Donate to me. YouTube's censoring my shit. Yeah, guess what? YouTube's censoring everybody's shit. Anybody and everybody that speaks against want you to believe is the norm, what they want you to know is the truth. They don't care about the truth. They only care about the agenda, and that agenda is keeping you guys divided and separated, keeping those who are speaking the truth censored and off their platforms. But it's okay to show, and this is in their terms of service, guys, it's okay to show somebody cutting up an animal, a dog, a cat, whatever. It's actually protected on YouTube. Can never be deleted. Or not on YouTube, Facebook. Among a few other things. You know, the other thing that pisses me off, I'm getting about tired of, here probably next week I'll be cleaning up my Facebook. Friends as well. I'm getting tired of seeing the fucking fake news, crying ass people fucking, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that. Trump's done some things I don't like, but he's done a lot of good things. Any president to date. That's a fact. Do I trust him? Hell no. I trust no politician. That's what he's become. A rich politician. Do I believe he wants to make America great? Yep, I believe that. Will he? I don't know. I also believe he might. It might be just what everybody... In fact, this is what I do believe. They wanted him elected. But not for the main reasons why most of you think. They won. They achieved their goal. They've got this fucking country so divided, so pitted against each other. They achieved their goal. The first rule of warfare, divide and conquer. You start by dividing the people, pitting the people against each other, causing internal strife. Eventually the people will turn on each other, they can come in and clean up. You know, the other part that kills me. Black Lives Matter, Antifa. For anybody that's did the research, you know what I'm talking about. You know who funds them. You know what I would do? If I ran a state, they wanted to protest in my state. Go ahead. Any destruction, any violence, any damage, I will go after those who funded you to do it. Responsible. Because essentially what you're doing, you're committing a terrorist act in our country. They're using you as terrorists. That's what they're using. Black Lives Matter, Antifa. You don't see either one of those groups at Bilderberg, do you? But yet Antifa, that's what they're supposed to be about. Going after people like Bilderberg. Don't see them there. No, because they're paying these cocksuckers to do that in all these other states. But you also don't see these cocksuckers that have fucking gun laws where people can protect themselves, carry. Oh, no. They're getting ready to, though. In case you guys haven't been paying attention. They're paying for training their protesters in firearm use, getting them concealed weapons so they can conceal carry, teaching them fighters to teach them. Not knocking the UFC fighters, because the UFC fighters might say that going to the gyms where they're trained at. But they train their Antifa protesters, so it's coming soon to the states where they haven't been, where they're too scared to come right now. That's the other thing that makes me sick with that whole thing. They're the ones that are not going to jail. It's the ones that are peacefully protesting that end up going to jail or end up going to the hospital. Like I said, I believe in the Constitution. More reasons to believe in it and want to see it upheld and honored instead of spit on like most of you guys do, even though you claim to be constitutionalists. My descendants signed the Constitution. They fought. They got dirty to make it what it was. Okay, still straight, bro. You know, no, I'm not. You guys just believe what you want. First thing most of you believe is number one trending thing. I went to Twitter. What's the first thing on my Twitter? I don't even follow NBA. Don't get me wrong, I like basketball. I played basketball as a kid. It wasn't my favorite sport, but I did play. I still like playing basketball to this day. It's good exercise. What was the tagline on Twitter? Ever see a matchup like this again? Bullshit. Same two teams played last year. Same matchup. If the Wizards actually wins, which I don't think they will, go Cavs. But, but how many people buy into that? They see that. It's like, oh, yeah? Completely forgot that they just played each other. Same two teams as the NBA Finals last year. But yet, why the fuck was I being shown advertisements for NBA? I don't even follow anything NBA. Don't even talk about anything NBA related. Right now, the only sports I care to watch it and playoff for a championship is hockey and racing. I love March Madness. I love the college games. I love football. I love baseball. But let's look at the history of sports. Where did the concept of sports come from? It's another form to appease the masses, control you, get you addicted, hooked. We can go all the way back to Julius Caesar, the Republic, and the Colosseum and the games, the gladiators. Even back then, they knew how to use sports to control the masses and the population. Nothing wrong with sports, guys, but know the history of it. Sports is good. It's good to take the family. It's good to get out and be safe. Enjoy something that's fun to watch. Don't worship it. Don't worship these fucking celebrities. Don't worship these musicians, especially if you're a Christian. You're only supposed to worship one thing. And for many of you, let's get into that before most people really go off the deep end on that, since I've been seem to be hampering a Christian. Here's my belief in God. I believe there's many faces and many aspects of God. They are all of the one true God. God is both male and female. He has a duality. Whatever you want to call him, whatever you want to believe he is, that's what he is. That's your personal relationship with him. That's all that matters. Nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody else's views matters. It's your personal relationship. That's what way everybody should see it and view it. Why? Because it takes the control, gives religion less control over you. Allows you to be open-minded, see other views and ideas, take from other religions to better your life. Because there's truth in all things. You just got to be willing to go look and listen to that inner voice inside you, or some of you call it the Holy Spirit. Listen to it. Let it guide you. It will never steer you wrong. So my thing is with Christians, pagans, Satanists, I don't got nothing against you guys. I just got how religion is done. The concept of religion, it means to control the masses, to teach you to hate other people's other faith belief, other beliefs, saying that their ideologies are wrong, that they're going to hell. That's wrong. You guys need to wake up to that fact. We got a fucking Catholic Pope that rather play politics than run a church, clean up the pedophilia that's going on in the fucking church. It's still going on to this day. They still protect their priests. Why? Because when you go into a Catholic church, you are on sovereign territory. Much like going into an embassy, you are on sovereign territory. You know, people complain about the immigration thing. Well, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, as our Constitution states. Believe it or not, our immigration system is better than what it used to be when our forefathers came here. They used to have to sit at fucking in New York for fucking almost 30 days in what could be considered as prison cells, waiting to be vetted, making sure they had no diseases. That's the other thing you guys need to realize. When you start allowing refugees into countries and masses, it causes diseases and plagues to break out. It's another form of warfare that's been used in war for centuries. Creating such chaos to force refugees into other countries, cause pandemics and plagues and diseases, then slip in some radicals and cause chaos, disrupt, get people arguing and divided so they can easily come in and sweep up. That is what's happening right now around the world. This is not here in the United States. There's chaos in every country. People pitted against each other. It's what they wanted. That's what they designed. That was what their whole plan was from the beginning. It's just now startation. You guys need to wake up. You need to use the fucking brain that God gave you and start thinking for yourselves. People tell you, not what I tell you. Research. And that's, that's the part that kills me. Those that watched some of the stuff that I posted, check out the Great American Deceptions. Check out some of the videos I posted. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not lying to you. Yes, they are my opinions and views, but they're also truths. What I'm telling you tonight are cold, hard truths that many of you are going to unfriend me, unfollow me, because of things I've said tonight. You know what? Don't need you in my life. People like you, I don't need around me. I don't need your negativity, your brainwashedness. Why? Because your actions also affect mine. I'm going back to some of my old ways of doing things. I'm only letting the people who are truly friends and family. Anybody else, I'll cast you out. Why? Because I know, as an occultist, I know what you could be having a bad day. You might not like something I said. Therefore, those energies you're thinking, because you're making manifest upon me of something I might be trying to help a friend who's sick. But now I got to deal with your block. Because your negativity is now hindering me because other things do not understand the connection. Oh, you're just an acquaintance. You're a business partner. or I just befriended you because I need working on growing my viewers and followers. Now, that shit's done. So for all of you that follow me on, that are friends on me on Facebook, don't like what I'm saying, send to me. Save me the headache next week. Why? Quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing your fucking feeds all over my fucking main feed. With all your fucking anti-Trump, anti-this, anti-climate change. Let's talk about the activists real quick. And I'm for some activists. There's some good causes out there. But there's also, this goes for anything, there's zealots in every group. There's a bad apple in every group. Wake up to that fact, quit blaming the good, the ones who don't, that aren't zealots and bigots and hypocrites. Ruin it for everyone else. Understand the fact that there is bad apples in every group. Reflect on the person that I am, the person that I've become. You know, I'm all for hunting. If you're hunting to put food on your table. I'm not into sports hunting. Yes, I might sports fish. I'm releasing. I'm not killing. If I kill, it comes home to be eaten. Period. I'm not going out there and fucking kill a fucking giraffe, fucking lion, fucking rhinoceros, whatever. That's big game like that. That's trophy hunting. I mean, if it's something that's overpopulated, go have at it. Because there is such a thing as overpopulation of some animals that will destroy properties, land. But they also need to be restrictions, so you don't. That's why we have fucking laws in Ohio, North Carolina, every state I think has them. Like 2 deer a year, or if season's bad and the population's down, you can only get one. Nothing wrong with that. Population allows you to keep having food on your table. So be it. But people get stupid with it. Some of you activists get so stupid with it. You know? Like I said, there's good causes. It's not being slammed down your throat by these fucking bad apples. The ones, oh, you're a hunter? Oh, you're evil. What, I can't put food on my table? Common sense. Get some. It's quite free. It's already part of you. Use it. You know, just like me. I support art in all its forms, whether it be music, painting, drawing, writing. But there is a thin line that you don't cross. And you can push the boundaries. There is a thin line that you don't dare cross. When you do, and you pull a Kathy Griffin, you stupid fucking cunt. Because now, hurting other comedians that push those boundaries, but don't step over that line. You know, there's a backstage, backstage. She even fucking admits and knows and tells the guy, man, we're gonna get in trouble for this. If you knew it, why'd you do it? Don't come on fucking TV crying, don't blame, oh, it's Trump's fault, he bullied me. Fuck you, cunt. Nobody put a gun to your head and made you do it. You chose to do it. Now, suffer the consequences. Yes, you should be investigated by Secret Service of what you did. But, on the same token, I bet she wouldn't fucking do it and depict Muhammad. Because she knows what would happen to her. She knows the outrage. common sense, which Hollywood don't give a fuck about you or me. All they care about how much money they're being paid to say this, say that. Much like our politicians. Our politicians isn't about we the people for the people. They're about only one thing, is fatten their wallet and sticking to the status quo, which is keeping everybody divided. Don't give a fuck about our Constitution. Not one of them. Because it goes right back to even some of them, they say they are, but speak of homosexuality, oh no, they shouldn't have that. They're spitting right on the Constitution that they swore to protect and uphold. But you guys think it's, oh, you keep electing these cocksuckers in. And yes, I know, systems are rigged. You know. But also remember this, they hold an office of trust. They can be removed just with petitions. It's already happened in the past. Colorado's removed a couple senators for violating the office of trust. Violating for what? Violating the trust of the voters that put them in by not doing what they were put in there to do. Needs to start happening more and more. You want to run all these investigations, all these probes into Trump? Fine. I want to see it done on Hillary, Obama. I want to see it done on every Senate member in Congress that used insider trading on that visa deal, and find out if they made any money off that. And if they did, removed from office and sent to federal prison, like would happen to me or you. We need to put an end to this double standard that the rich politicians, Hollywood people are above the law. There's two sets of law. There's only one set of law. And it applies the same for everyone, rich or poor. In fact, those that hold offices of trust should be held even more accountable for violating it, because they are abusing it and monopolizing off it. Our whole Supreme Court needs removed and replaced. Why? Because you violated our trust. The day you said corporate America and corporate sectors is not pay as much money to any political campaign they wish because they are not considered a U.S. citizen or entity. If you have a business or you have a business here in the United States, and you're making money here in the United States, our laws should apply to you, and you should not. In fact, they should not even be allowed to donate. If what the Supreme Court said, cool, then they're not the people, therefore they cannot contribute to any election or any political. It was very clearly stated and argued when the Constitution was first written up how that was supposed to work. It was very clearly stated why senators in the Senate have longer terms. Yes, why do I know these things? Like I said, my forefathers made and wrote many of the things you find in the Constitution today. And the things that they, on that board, came up with, not a single one was refuted. It was all accepted without argument. Their beliefs were simple. Every man has the right to have freedom of speech, say what they want, voice their opinions in a non-violent way. Peaceful protest is good, needed. There's no room for violent protest. It's uncalled for. Freedom of religion needs to be protected at its highest foundation, and every religion that's in the United States of a United States citizen should be respected. Religion has no place in politics. Just like labels. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a liberal. I'm a conservative. I'm an independent. Fuck you. I'm a free thinker. I'm not voting Democrat my whole life. I'm not voting Republican my whole life. Truthfully, you know what we vote on? He who tells the best lie. That needs to stop too. Because it's not we, the people, for the people. When you say you're going to do this, you hold them to it. Look, we voted for you and put you in office. Another thing we need to get rid of, electoral college. Why? Because all votes matter. If I didn't vote for that cocksucker, you should not get my fucking vote, because my county voted and went to say, we'll just say this election went to Hillary. I voted that way. Hillary lost. Trump should not get those votes. That's how the electoral college works. Whoever wins the state gets all the votes. They get all the numbers. That's not the way it should be. Not the way the Constitution was written up, not the way the forefathers wanted it, and they made it good and clear. Study your history. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing the fucking history taken out of our history book. Oh, it puts a blemish on our fucking... Therefore, we're not going to teach it in the schools. There's a reason why it was taught in the schools. There was a reason why it needs to be. Because when you stop it, it allows them to rewrite history. You know, I'm not a fan of war, but we just had Memorial Day this week. I respect all those who have fought and fallen, no matter what war it was, not even the Confederate or the Yank. They died fighting for what they believed in. Many of them were fighting to protect their rights. Guess what, guys? It had really nothing to do with slavery. It had to do with taxation. And taxes trying to be imposed by the Union. So the South decided to separate themselves. You know, you have many black people who tell you that. But you guys don't want to hear that. You want to go tear down monuments, tear down history, and rewrite it. You know who did that? Hitler. Nazis. In their way of trying to eradicate the Jews. And anybody else that got in their way. They were burning books. Rewriting the ideologies. You know, oh, we're a democracy. We're a republic. We're a socialism. We're communism. They're all the same goddamn thing. System. Hasn't changed. It gets new names on every so many centuries. All of us are still peasants. All our politicians are nobles. And these fucks behind the fucking scene that we never see or hear of are the fucking kings and queens trying to run this world the way they want it. Shape it the way they want it. Even more so, it's now worse than it ever was, even in the fucking days of the kings and queens. Why? Because there's more slaves. We're all slaves. Gotta have credit. Can't get a house, can't get a car. Can't go to a buy here, pay here. because, oh, you got to have credit. They don't care if you're working. In fact, they want you working more than one job. Working more than one job, you're not at home watching what your kids are learning in school, don't got time to spend with your family, don't got time to go out, barely have enough time to fucking get by. How am I going to put food on the table and pay this bill? That's what they want. Why? Because you're too busy doing that. You can't pay attention to what's going on around. You can't go research and find facts. Find the truth for yourself. It's a control system. You guys are peasants. You're worse than, right now we're worse than peasants. We're slaves. Designed to work for nothing. You guys scream about raising minimum wage. Does no good. Let's raise it to $18 an hour all the way around this every state. Guess what? Every corporation is going to raise the prices to match the raise. Therefore, you're still making the same amount, still struggling, having to work the same amount of hours with less to show for because, oh, wait, I work more hours, I'm getting paid more, they take more out in taxes. We keep forgetting the fact what Boston Tea Party was all about. Well, they don't teach that in school anymore, you guys. They removed it because it was a blemish. It leaves a blemish on what America is today. You know what it is? Boston Tea Party was part of the Stamp Act. Taxation without representation. Why? You can find it in the Constitution. Laws about it. Our Federal Reserve that we pay taxes to isn't part of the government. Our forefathers are very clear about that. Why? Because we had the centennial coin. That was our currency, but we had nothing to back it with, so it was a piece, much like today, our dollar, backed by petroleum. Instead of being backed by gold like we had it, that's what the Stamp Act was. Stamp Act, look it up, do research. I think you guys all delve back into history and reread it and understand it. You'll find that taxes are unconstitutional. Yeah. We can thank Eisenhower for that one. But look how many centuries we went before they came up with a system. Now they got taxes. Now they take our money. It goes to here. We pay school taxes. Well, shit. If you're in San Diego, your school tax is going to CARE. Terrorist organization. Guess what, guys? By the Patriot Act, you are supporting a terrorist organization. Therefore, you are terrorists. Therefore, you have no rights. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Fucking wake up. Quit fucking paying attention to fucking lying ass Rodham Clinton. Crying ass bitch blaming everybody but herself. She lost that election. They even tried to give it to her by cheating Bernie. To all you Bernie supporters out there, you should be screaming mad. Oh, what's that I hear? Yeah, that's right, crickets. Fucking snowflakes. Uneducated snowflakes. Re-educate yourself. You got an internet. You spend most of your time on it. Start looking up your fucking history. How the Constitution was formed. Why it was formed. What does it mean? So, you guys are supposed to be the future of this country. You know what you are? The brainwashed herd being led to the slaughter. And for those few of you that are awake, thank you for not being like the rest of them. You guys are going to college that your fucking parents are paying for, being taught nothing. Oh, you're being taught something. You're being taught how to be controlled, how to be a slave, how to be brainwashed and mindless. That's what you're being taught. We had a fucking college this week that had to be closed, shut down, because they were afraid of it. Race war. Why? Because they wanted to say fucking people with fucking white privilege to be absent for the day so we could represent the other. Man, fuck you. I'll say I'm a racist. You're all fucking racist. Everybody hates something. Whether it be a color, I hate blue. So that's why I am a racist. You are right. Before you call me a fucking white racist, you can kiss my white Brazilian ass. Yeah, that's right. I'm mixed. Dual. I got uncles blacker than some of these black fucks here that want to fucking march around with fucking Black Lives Matter talking about, oh, you have white privilege. I don't have no goddamn white privilege. Ass off for everything I've got in this life. I couldn't get financial aid when I went to college, and that was in the fucking 90s. Why? My parents made too much money. Yet we were middle class, bordering on poor. But yet because my mom and dad were working, oh, they were making over what cap limit then, I think it was like $35,000. So they made roughly like $40,000 a year. Which in the 90s, that was pretty good. I was able to get in on a GED because I was a fuck up. I'll admit it. I was the biggest fuck up that walked. You want the truth? Wasted my college. Well, my financial aid got denied, and well, I was going for a subject that I grew up doing load, but when I went to college, I just lost interest. It was no longer what I wanted. And I was getting ready to change majors to something else, but then they told me my financial aid was denied, and I had to drop out. That was it. I was on my downward spiral anyway. I kept on going that downward spiral and ended up in prison. Guess what? Prison sucks. And no, to kill a cam, whites don't want to run the prisons, and guards don't give whites everything. Gangs run the prisons. And guess what? The majority of the gangs you see on not House of Cards, the Orange is the New Black, or those HBO series, or any prison series on TV, it's not like that. In fact, even the fucking ABs, ANs, for those who don't know the terms, Aryan Brotherhood, Aryan Nation, they don't fucking cause race wars in the joint. You know why? Because they know we got to get along. You don't see even the black gangs. You don't see them trying to start stuff with the whites. And by the way, whites are the minority in prison. That's the sad fact to all you fucking so-called Black Lives Matter. That's the sad fact. There's more blacks in prisons than there is any other color. And by the way, Latinos come next. Whites become the majority in the prisons. Think the 60s or 70s. Things have changed. It's designed that way. Let's look at how our government treats the fucking black communities in big cities, or the one you want to call it the hood, whatever you want to call it. They keep the jobs away. They don't bring in money to build the communities up because they want that racial tension and division. They want these people going out there, shooting people, selling dope, doing whatever to go to prison. Why? Because it's a multi-billion-dollar operation. They get paid for every person. Once they get their number, they get paid. It's designed that way. But here's the sad part. This is what none of you guys understand. You think, okay, they're all murk. No, they're not. Some people just in there for drugs. They were sending people away for anything. For possession of a couple pills, a couple, that's what, depends on what state you were. For a fucking seed. You know, buy a bag of weed and got a seed in it. The weed's not sending you to prison. The seed is. There are people that deserve to be in prison and deserve never to get out. But there's also ones that learn and want to be free, never want to go back. Because prison ain't nice. You're always watching your back. Just not from the inmates, from the guards too, because the guards will get you. But here's the worst part of it. We got homegrown terrorists radicalized in the prison. Just 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, on a neo-Nazi converted to Islam who killed 3 of his roommates and held up a tobacco store, waiting for the cops to show up. Granted, I don't think he ever went executed that was ever in prison. But how many people that have gotten out that were converted? The interview, eyewitness, from the investigation story I've been working on, fact. But most people don't want to touch, oh, it's a prisoner. They belong there. There you go. Judging people again. Not judging by this person who's got out. People that, it's like 1, maybe 2% that actually get out and manage to get out of the system. They're still persecuted and judged their whole life. Even though this person here got out, beat the, practically what you got to do is beat the system and do everything, walk on eggshells until you're released and off probation or parole. And every day of your life, meaning that you're not the same person you was, but people are still only remembering what you did, what your past was. They can't see past it. They can't see that you come out this summer. You got a family. You start your own business that's growing. You're hiring people from the community. As soon as they find out that, oh, he was an ex-felon? Oh, no, we can't have that. He's bad. He's evil. That's why, oh, no, let's not mention Patriot Act labeled him. He was locked up from, anybody got locked up since 9/11, have been labeled as a terrorist. And that, yes, that even means those of you get arrested and spend time in the county, you are now labeled as a terrorist. You now have an FBI jacket. Which is a reason why a lot of these people have been so scared to talk about it. And now they're seeing all this shit happen. They don't want to stay silent because they know sooner or later one of these people that we watched get fucking radicalized is going to do something one day. You know what? I've already started seeing it. I've seen it in the crowds in Antifa. Black Lives Matter. You can't mistake in the ink. I haven't personally seen anybody I know yet. Just a matter of time. These people could be, because they picked the people that were fucking, who would never come back, knew were somewhat educated, but yet not bright, obviously. You know, and there's the worst part of it is every black, white, Mexican, Asian, that we all watched this unfold. We couldn't believe it. 6 months after fucking 9/11, at least in the one prison, their numbers grew to about 30. They kept on growing. Stopped picking off the weak. Stopped picking the weak. Just started picking the real killers. But it didn't matter because by then, the ones that they had already done had been converted and radicalized. But they were told to go out there and do nothing. Become somebody's neighbor, blend in, model citizen so you're never questioned. don't wear a kufi in public where you can be seen. That's what they were teaching. The guards watched it. They did nothing. Gang coordinators in these prisons didn't do nothing, but they were sure quick to fuck with those fucking that you call white supremacists, Nazis, or any gang affiliation. Round them up, take them in, investigate them every month with these guys. But none of you want to hear that. None of you so-called citizen journalists want to report this. Don't worry, it'll get out there. These people still want to come forward, and they do. Their story will be told. But you guys are so fucking blind, so judgmental, so hypocritical, so big, bunch of bigots, can't see past your own judgmental selves. Can't see past what the media keeps telling you. You guys are allowing yourselves to be indoctrinated. Being indoctrinated to be slaves. Right now, you're indoctrinated to cause civil unrest. For it finally, for you guys to clash somewhere. And it's just a matter of time, though. You guys keep going at it. There's nothing wrong with a good debate. As long as it's done in an open-minded, free-thinking format, sharing ideas, beliefs, theories, ideologies with each other, bouncing ideas back and forth, because we learn from that. Allows us to be free thinkers, allows us to be open-minded, to see that there's truths and other things. Also allows us to see the lies, allows us to be common sense people that can see what's going on. But yet, like I said, you want the truth? You guys can't handle the truth. You guys can't see what's unfolding right in front of your fucking eyes. They're letting them into this country. We've got states that saying, "Oh, we're going to oppose these ICE agents. You're welcome to come into this state." Obama or Trump says, fuck what the Supreme Court says. Because I tell you what the Supreme Court's going to say when it comes to these vetting things. All you federal district judges that wanted to be slick and try to rule on something that you have no jurisdiction over. The president's executive order is of national security and trumps any fucking court in this country. And doing what he is obligated to, what he took vows and oaths to do, to uphold the Constitution and protect the sovereign nation, the freedoms that you guys so love to say you believe in, and that you just constantly spit on that piece of paper, because that's what it's become to you. You don't see it anything but more than a decaying piece of paper. But it ain't a decaying piece of paper. It's what gives us such freedoms. You know why we're so hated in Middle Eastern countries? Because we're free. Women don't have to be treated like slaves. Our women are free to vote, free to express themselves. We're allowed to have freedom of religion that doesn't oppress, which goes against everything they believe in. Look how long, and this is from a Christian perspective, look how long it took women in our to get rid of the ideology in our churches that women was to be silent. There's still a few churches like that, not many anymore. See, even Christianity has seen the errors of its ways and gotten rid of some of its dogma. We need to get rid of the rest of the dogma. I would love to walk into a church and not hear a preacher speak about it, homosexual or somebody's other religion. There's a bad apples in all of them, guys. And the preachers, because that's what they were taught. We got to break the cycle. We got to remember our roots. We got to remember why we have Baptists, Pentecostals, Mennonites, why we have all these different forms of Christianity. Fled the persecution of the church in Europe. It started with the Martha and the Catholic Church. There's where all the other many beautiful branches of Christianity came from. I say that, and I mean it. Because you can sometimes even feel the energy. But that's also the pagan part of me coming out, telling you, like, that we can, people can feel those energies. You know when, but just know that there's other religions out there that are the same way. There's truths in many of them. You just got to take the dogma out of it. Take anything that's meant to control you. It's made to make you live in fear. Especially Christianity. There's only one commandment for Christianity. Love. That's what Jesus came here and taught. Believe in the way you guys do on that aspect. I believe he was nothing more than a man, a great man. But, like I said, none of us are going to know who's right or wrong. Shouldn't even be up for debate until the day we die. And, hey, we might find out we're going to be right back here for another life, doing things again. Who knows? Can't prove it right either. Just like I can't prove heaven or hell is right, is real or wrong. Gotta have faith in that. I'm just tired of all you judgmental fucks that want to judge people. You know what that is? Another form of slavery. It's another form of teaching you to persecute others for their beliefs, which goes against our Constitution. Now I can hear a bunch of you holier-than-thou zealots saying, oh, we need to abolish the Constitution. Because there can only be, and some of you believe that, there can only be one religion. Fuck you. And for those that can't see, flipping you the middle finger, and you know what you can do with it? Sit and spin. When you reach the elbow, the ride's over. Get the fuck out of here. Go cry somewhere else. Quit being a victim. Quit letting your masters control you. You want freedoms. There's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. There's a peaceful way to do it. There's many out there. Months. I've been screaming one word. Like they want it to happen. We don't want to ever see another civil war in this country. Or in any country. There's another misconception. You want to really know what the war is all about? Population control. Thinning down the populations. You send people, they die. Soldiers that died. Both sides do. It thins down the population. It's a form of genocide. War don't make money unless it's a world war. And then you're not making any money. You're just building a surplus. That's going to be used for years to come. I don't think we've even finished. I don't still have surpluses from World War II that we haven't burned off yet. But there's also a time for war. World War II was an example. That just couldn't be allowed to go undone. Now, here's my thing. We claim we're at war against terrorists. Any real war we've been into, what do? We don't let the fucks in our country. Those are in our country, which I'm not for this part. We put in concentration camps until the war is over. Or segregation camps, whatever you want to call them, I can't remember. Internment camps, that's the word. We did it to the Japanese during World War II. We did it to the Germans. We did it to the Indians when we fought the Indians. You know, that's the other sad thing. You know, federal government gave the Indians federal land. Their federal land. It still says that. The Indians don't own the land. The feds do. The federal government does. The government does. They're just leasing it and living on it till the federal government decides to get the fuck off. We need it for something like a pipeline. Pipeline, I think that was one of the biggest mistakes Trump's ever did. Look what's happened now. It's leaked. And it's not even built and finished yet. But they've already had to clean up this year. But I am all for protecting our natural water sources. And when you start putting all the pipelines near water sources that can get contaminated on a spill, we've seen what happens. Ecology for decades to come. We live in a day and age where we should be getting away from oil anyway. Elon Musk, Tesla cars. What a fucking joke. Cocksucker, go fucking live in Paris. While you're fucking preaching an ideology that's based on lies. CEO of Disney? I'm willing to bet Walt Disney was dancing in his grave when you quit, because you've ruined Disney. Crisis to where out of 14 of the fucking Disney theme parks, ticket sales and shit, attendance sales have dropped. Why? Because they raised the prices. People can't afford to go anymore. And again, why would we? You're making movies now that, as they stated in the movie, whatever happened to fucking Wonder Woman being patriotic? Red, white, blue, the fucking eagle. Oh, plain, no symbolism of patriotism at all. Oh, that's right. You know what they said about that? Why? Well, our biggest ticket sales come from overseas, so we got to cater to that audience. That's what Hollywood. You guys want to listen to them? Man, fuck those rich bastards. Half of them don't even believe what they're saying anyway. They're just paid to say it. And half of them waste so much money that they don't have no other choice but to say what they're told to say because, hey, if I say something or go against the norm or if I support Trump, I'm not going to be able to get a job. Once more, become corporatized. Hollywood don't give a fuck about me and you, about its actors. They only give a fuck about their pockets. Just another form of corporatism. But you guys still run to the box offices. I mean, don't get me wrong, we need some enjoyment, I agree. I mean, I'll fucking pay money to watch Netflix. I don't go to the theater. I mean, I went to the theater for, what was the last movie I went to the theater for? Oh, World of Warcraft. Huh. You know, I might rent them from the Red Box when they come out. But anymore, there's only a few movies that even interest me. I'd rather be outside working anymore. Away from every day, bombarded on the news, bombarded on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. But then again, some ways, well, not so much Facebook, but some ways, coming to YouTube, Twitter, Gab, especially Gab and the Mind, you at least find some truth. People are actually bringing you truth that you don't hear on the mainstream media, like the Sharia law thing. Nobody, friend sent me that. I didn't even know about it because, well, these so-called independent citizen journalists, truth seekers, open-minded cocksuckers that's claimed to be something but want your donations every time about their videos being censored aren't reporting it. They'd rather be reporting Bilderberg. Fuck off. I followed half of you. If you ain't reporting real shit, real important shit that affects us every day, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know, like I said, everybody's got opinions. Asshole too. Because opinions are just like assholes. Especially the ones that are talking the truth, because the truth hurts. And that's why I titled this the way I titled it. Truth, you can't handle the truth. Especially when somebody comes on here and just tells you like it is. From here on out, any video I do on this channel, it's going to be like that. So if you don't like what I'm saying, care. Never cared to day one what anybody thought about me. Only people that matter to me are those I keep close, my friends and family. And they'll tell you that most of the time. Their opinions don't really bother me either. I'm open-minded. If I see something they're saying like I need to reflect on, I will reflect on it. And if I see it causing, it needs to be changed, it will be changed. Why? Learned from the school of hard knocks. Don't ever want to be that monster I was back when I was a fucking teenager. I learned my lesson. But I don't care if you like me, hate me. It's all the same to me. Oh, really? Click on follow. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. In fact, I kind of hope it does so I can get a good laugh as you're walking out. I will turn my back and walk away from you. I don't need people like that in my life. No one does. Respect me for who I am and what I've become. You have no place in my life. Here's how I treat people. I treat you the way you treat me. You show me respect, I show you the utmost respect. If you earn your way and I call you a friend, you're a friend of life. My friends are my family. That's the way we should treat everyone. No matter what color, no matter what religion you believe in. I don't judge a person by their religious beliefs, unless it's preaching hate. Because it's not your religious beliefs, it's your actions, your intent. That's what I judge you by. You know what we learned in prison? And man only in life his word and his actions. If you're going to lie about something, that means you're going to lie about anything. Now, if I tell you something that I later find out wasn't true, I'm going to come back and own up to it. It's about taking responsibilities. Every choice has a reaction, whether good or bad. Once we make a choice, like Kathy Griffin did, be prepared to accept the consequences, because there is a consequence, whether good or bad. You want respect? Earn it. Deserve respect. You want to be my friend? Earn it. Show me you're a good person. Show me you're somebody worth dropping what I'm doing to help you out. Yes, I know. That's not going by love neighbor and love thy enemy. It's just going common sense. It's going by the way you treat others and me. You want to treat other people like shit? I'm going to treat you like shit. I'm going to treat you worse than shit. Most people either like me, love me, or hate me. And I like that. Keeps my circle small. I like having friends. I like having people I can talk to that are open-minded, share ideas with, viewpoints. We learn from each other. And if we're learning from each other, we're growing. We're becoming better people. If you take anything from this, take that from this. If we want to make changes, we got to change ourselves. We got to change our way of thinking. Because, I'm sorry guys, from what I see, from the way things are going, the course is already set. There's no changing it. Past the point of no return. The only thing we can do now is start changing ourselves. And as we do, we'll draw people of like-mindedness, views to us. It's just a natural process. Don't be afraid to come post on YouTube because they censor. So what? We're going to be censored no matter what we do. Fuck it. I don't care. Censor me all you want. I'm still going to get the videos out. I'm still going to share them. My friends are going to share them with their friends. The only way we can change anything is to start the change with ourselves. Then we can start affecting the outcome. There's no getting off it. The only thing that's not set is the outcome. Make changes now, we'll never have the outcome, and we'll lose. Constitution won't mean shit. Your freedoms won't mean shit. You'll be rise of the old caste system where we are peasants. We have no rights, no free speech, no liberties. If you do anything against any other that's outside the norm, you will be punished. You look upon the elite or nobles, is what they are, and you don't revert your gaze, you'll be punished. Like I said, I don't care what you want to call it, communism, socialism, democracy, republic. It's all the same. Monarchy, anarchy, it's all the same thing. Just given a different name as centuries go out. Ideology, just different names. Oh, we don't do assassinations anymore. Oh no, we do drone strikes. are still targeting a person. But yet, Congress will sit there and argue about assassinations are wrong in your name. You know, like I said, here in the United States, we got a lot of change to do. We got to get these corrupt politicians out of office, those that don't believe in we the people for the people, for violating the trust. Right now, we can remove 90% of them just because they committed a fucking illegal act. Oh, wait, nope, we can't because they passed law to protect them. Guess what? That law should apply to us, too. So the next person that gets indicted for insider trading, use that law that our Congress gave themselves to protect themselves because that law applies to you. There's no two sets of law. There's one law that applies to everybody, rich, poor, white, black, Mexican, no matter what color you are, no matter what religion you believe, it applies the same. Here's the thing about law, two-edged sword, because I don't have to have a judge hear my case. I have let my peers hear my case. All I got to do, and here's how that works. All you got to do, interpretation of the law, how you interpret to the jury. The jury believe your interpretation over the prosecutor's interpretation of that law. Red sword. And yes, it's not right because the guiltiest of motherfuckers could walk just by knowing the law. And that's the other they pass laws every day and they expect you to know them. But yet you guys are working so many hours, 40, 60, 50 hours a week, sometimes a second job just so you can put money and put food on the table, bills, house payment, whatever your bills are. You don't have time to research every law that comes about. Or, and you don't know it, there's no room for ignorance. It's your duty to know the law. They're taught that in law school, guys. It's your due diligence to know every law. There's no excuse for not knowing it. That I've heard judges tell people that. It's time we start holding everyone accountable for actions or lack of. You know, don't blame every fucking cop on the street for one bad cop. So much like I told you about the immigration shit. Put yourself in their shoes. See how long you would make it. Some of you might think great cops, though. Probably won't want that as a career. As soon as you start work, you put your life on the line. What that person that you pull over may do or may not do. Quit treating our fucking soldiers like they're fucking terrorists. That was the other thing the Patriot Act did. Our fucking veterans, when they returned home, became veterans as terrorists. The most disrespectful thing you could ever tell a fucking soldier who fought to protect our rights and Constitution, our government's turning their back on them. They should have good health care when they come back. You know, we got to stop our jobs. NAFTA's got to go. And that's for all you fucking Clinton fucking supporters. She was going to keep it intact. Her husband, that was her husband's legacy. All that did was ship our jobs overseas for cheaper slave labor. And now we're paying the price. You know what? I liked what Macron said. We turned our backs on the world. No, we haven't. We're still in NATO. We're still part of the UN. We should pull all the way out of all of them. Let the world fend for itself. Let us focus on America. Let us protect our own country and our own rights and deal with our own problems here. The other ones and see what happens. I wouldn't give it 2 months and they'd be crying like come back because we're the #1 police force in the world. No other country wants to step up. Well, Russia might. But even Russia would get tired of it real quick. Any country would. Yep. You know, as far as those other fucking politicians in the world, man, you better start listening to your people. They're pissed. They're tired of seeing you fucking allow refugees to flee in there and give them sanctuary, give them free property, while they're fucking raping, murdering, killing people in the streets. Then you want to punish reporters for trying to report it. Then you want to punish the people, say, oh, this is the norm. There's nothing normal about it. There will be. If that's your ideal of norm, I gotta call you a fucking liar, a bigot, hypocrite, elite Zionist pig. You know why? Because that's what the people put you in there for. In fact, most of the people, I think, want you guys gone. Here's the other thing, guys. All these motherfuckers that say, oh, that is, they're going to be the first ones to fucking run to fucking their, or to another country. Seeing like you guys are being murdered and killed in the streets. All they are is a bunch of coward-ass bitches. They don't give a fuck about you. The only thing they care about is their fucking wealth. You know, guys, I could keep going on and on. There's so many shit that just happened in the last couple of weeks. It's just fucking, for real. Where's your guys' fucking common sense? Wake the fuck up. I mean, you talk about, you want to say I have white privilege? I don't got no fucking privilege. I'm a fucking slave to the system just like fucking you. The only difference is I know everything I can not to be. Coming on here telling you guys the truth, reporting this stuff to you, trying to waken you guys up. I mean, fuck. You don't see, look at fucking Alex Jones. I mean, fucking fear porn at its finest. He got lucky and fucking picked the right horse. Now he's riding the fucking coattails of it. Normally he'd be at Bilderberg, but instead of worrying about Bilderberg, you know where he's at? Preparing to fucking face off with fucking for an interview. Publicity stunt at its finest. Screams about fucking being censored, being demonetized, but yet you still see him on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't see him being banned, shadow banned, channel taken down, censored. You don't need the money from either from fucking YouTube because he's fucking making a killing off the fucking shit he's selling you. I'm sorry, I'm done with leaving him. Good reporters, I don't knock them. But him, he's a joke. He's no better than the fucking elites. In fact, he's even admitted it publicly. shit hits the fucking fan, he's on a chopper to South America. But yeah, you guys want to fucking take him for word? I mean, yeah, he's been right a lot of times, but he's still nothing more than fucking part of the problem. Because he's preaching hate. He's preaching fucking civil war, chaos. He wants the division. Why? Because division puts money in his pockets. Now I got respect for fucking Joe Big and McAdoo, kind of for her. Owen Schroyer, they got good views. They're not him. But I don't take everything they say with a grain of salt either. Don't take everything I say with a grain of salt. Research. Like I said, for all you fucking Seth Rich fucking idiots, judge fucking Owen Schroyer because he's fucking part of InfoWars. He actually brings some good facts that will probably show you why that following that investigation is going to get you nowhere. I've heard some of you say, oh, fucking InfoWars. Bunch of it. Yeah, well, I said it too. But I said it Alex Jones. I didn't say the rest of them. Because a lot of them fucking ends up leaving him and actually going on to do some great shit. Look at Joe Biggs. He's been doing some great shit. I mean, but other than that, I can't say much about Joe Biggs either. I mean, when he does some bullshit, I'll call it on him. Right now, I haven't seen him doing bullshit. And he was man enough to come back and fucking, what his investigation say, what he said that he don't know. He started questioning his sources. He's waiting for the Freedom of Information Act to come back so he can use that to credit his sources and prove his sources correct. He probably shouldn't have came out. I personally wouldn't have came forward with any of the information until I had everything. But as people are finding out now, you're not going to get any information from the Freedom of Information Act. Why? Because they're being all denied at all levels, saying, oh, you got to appeal to the mayor, which the mayor's not going to do anything because it's getting close. They're in political session for the re-election. So that shit's just going to set. It'd be used as political campaign thing, propaganda. Then depending who gets put in there, you know, I've heard some people saying that they're finding out the reason no information is being given out is being labeled as classified. I don't know. I don't buy that, but hey, it could be. Like I said, stop investigating that. Go find that video Owen Schroyer did. Listen to it. Research the names he gives. I researched some of them. He's onto something. Start investigating the other ones that have died, who we're going to file lawsuits on the fraud stuff that happened election with Hillary and Bernie. Following those new leads might force and bring the truth out on the Seth Rich case. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them and fold them. They could use a fucking poker term or a fucking Kenny Rogers tune, but it's true. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Right now, Seth Rich thing. You know, that's the other thing that pissed me off about Pizzagate. It was a trap. It got fucking everybody on YouTube going, chasing rabbit holes, blaming everybody. There was some truth there, as we're finding out, but you don't see mainstream media. Fucking these pedophile rings have been going down left and right. here in this country and other countries, they're going after them. But mainstream media ain't reporting it. So there was some truth there. Just a little bit. What it was all about was catching some dumb fuck to go do something stupid so they can blame all you people that live stream that shit and put the blame on you and class you as fake media. Why? Because they don't want you out there telling the truth. They don't want you out there expressing your opinions, views, and ideas. They don't want you being free thinkers, because you're free thinkers, you're going to start waking people up. So what better way to get cracked down on things than bringing up something like that? And I see that happening again with the suffrage thing. That's why I'm not going to report on it. I did a little investigation just to see if what Owen Sawyer was saying was any truth there. So for those that want to do it, I gave you a lead. Follow it. Quit trying to figure out what hospital he went to. You might find your answers with what Owen Sawyer left. He didn't really say much, but he gave some names and connected some dots. That's very important to understand why you're not getting nowhere in the suffrage case. And come to find out, yeah, almost everything he said was true. Like I said, I don't blankly accuse all them for what one idiot does. I mean, what one idiot loudmouth does. I see I got no comments in chat, so I must have either pissed everybody off to where they didn't want to comment, or I made you fucking think, or you just don't want to say anything. Just fucking turn it on. No. That's where things are a little bit different. My chat. You want to bounce ideas, share ideas? I'm all for it. I'm going to respect that. I'm going to read your comments, give you my opinions. Why we learn from each other. That's why I do this. It's the interaction. The more we're involved, the more we're talking, sharing ideas and opinions, views, beliefs, aspects of everything, we learn from each other. It's the wrong way to do it. Don't have to get heated. I mean, a good debate does get a little heated, but you learn from it. But it don't need to be vulgar. I'm not going to sit here and call you a bitch or anything else, but I'm not going to tolerate you bashing anybody either. I'm going to bash somebody, bash me. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. It's your opinion. I know me. Anybody else? Leave them be. You know, if you disagree, come up with a creative way to express it that don't bash or show hatred. That's the only thing I will ever oppose on any channel I do, on any stream I do. I won't let hate. Fucking delete and block and ban you from my chat if you start getting hateful. We got friends that are black, white, Muslim, Christian, pagan, Satanists, friends that are fucking supremacists. I got friends that are fucking used to be Black Panthers. I don't care what you are, that you are when I'm around you, how you treat others. That's all I care about. Hate, you're not bashing. I don't care. But once you start doing it, I want nothing to do with you. And yes, I will admit, for many of you, not most of you, I'm probably way too over the top for you. I get on controversial subjects. I love controversial subjects. Why? They make people think. They make you question. Questioning things is good. You should question everything. what got me in trouble. Not questioning the choices I was making, not caring about the repercussions, because those repercussions don't just affect you, they affect others. They even affect people that you've not met yet, that you might have been meant to meet. But you don't realize the impact you have on people around you until it's usually too late. If I have any message, don't too late, because it takes almost a lifetime to repair and mend those fences and wounds. Like I said, the only thing a person really has and owns is his word. And once you lose that, it's hard to regain that. It's hard to regain people's trust. Because the truth is, we're all judgmental. Most of us can't see past a person's past, things that they've done in the past. We can't see the person they become. That's how we've been trained and taught, whether it's through our churches, through our schools, through our government. That's what they want. They want us judging everybody. Divided. And I know, I've been watching my view count. People pop in and leave. Nobody really cares what I say. But if somebody will stumble across this video, maybe you get to this part, and they might just change something that could affect them for the rest of their lives and not do it. That's the importance of these videos. You know, like I said, if I say something wrong, show me the evidence. But don't show me shit that's based on common core, because I'll tell you to shove it up your ass. Show me historical facts. Show me it by your actions. You know, we live in a beautiful world if we take control of it and stop letting these fucks pit us against each other. Every individual is beautiful in their own little way. I don't care what color you are, what religion you believe in. Fuck the word religion. I don't care what your faith is. All I care about is how you present yourself and how you present yourself to others and treat others. You know, for everybody that's saying fuck, be ashamed to be fucking white, you should never be ashamed to be the color you are. You're unique. Makes you special. If you're black, you're special. If you're Mexican, you're special. If you're white, you're special. Why? Color doesn't matter. Move and live about 10, 15 years in a southern country. Anything south of the equator, the farther south you go, the darker your skin's going to get, because you need more pigment in your skin. Your body's going to produce more pigment to protect you from the sun. It's a natural process. We all bleed the same. And as far as, transgenders, I'll respect that. But also respect this. You're still a man. You're still a woman. That's what you were born as. You can't change your DNA. I'll respect your choice to be if you want to be a woman. But don't expect any other rights, like using the bathroom. If you want to use the bathroom, only the bathroom, go have a complete sex change. Then I'll respect you using that bathroom, but don't say we all got to share the same bathroom. You want to sleep with women? Want to sleep with women? I like pussy too. Don't blame you. I'm not gonna sleep with a man though. Sorry, not my cup of tea. But I don't condone it. That's how you want to feel. I respect that, especially if you're open about it. Like I said, I've got friends that are homosexual. I've supported the LGBTQ community. They've always been welcome on anything I do. Just like when I'm working on KOTR, every religion is welcome. Every faith and path is welcome. See, we're programmed to use that word. That word triggers people. Oh yeah, speaking of triggers, the next fucker that I hear saying that our fucking flag offends me, I'm going to tell you what. Get the fuck out of this country. For all you fucking cocksuckers out there that think our flags should be taken out of our schools, pulled down off our poles, go fuck yourself and go to another country. That bullshit in that country, see what happens. Yeah. I'm actually very patriotic. I don't agree with flag burning, but as the Supreme Court ruled, it's protected by the Constitution. It's not considered hate. To me, I think it is hate. Have that right. You're protected by the Constitution. So therefore, I respect that. I don't agree with it. Even though I think it's disrespectful to our veterans that have died for that fucking flag, to our forefathers who bled for that goddamn flag. And no other fucking non-American or person that comes over here and becomes citizen should ever have the right to say, you need to take that flag down, it offends me. If it offends you, get the fuck out of this country. We should have no tolerance for that. And these schools that say we're going to take it down, quit supporting the schools, quit fucking paying them, quit sending your kids to those schools. Teaching Common Core that's not teaching the history that we're taught, pull them out and homeschool them. These schools that fucking want to teach Sharia law, pull your kids out and homeschool them or put them in another school district that doesn't do it. It's time that we start taking back our country, taking back our schools. Telling the corporate sector to get the fuck out, you don't run this country. It's we the people for the people. You will adhere to our laws, you'll abide by our constitutions. Then we can start making progress. Then we can raise minimum wage because we'll put laws in a place where they can't fucking... They're entitled to make money. There's nothing wrong with making money. We raise it to $18, you can raise it $1 or $2. Increase, taking a little bit more. You're still making profit. Everybody's making profit. It's the only way the raising the minimum wage will ever work. So for all you keep saying and doing it, know how to do it right. Because there's some states that has raised the minimum wage. And what happened? All the prices went up to match it. You're making the same you're making less now. It's not the way it was supposed to be. There's no equality there. Quit acting like a bunch of fucking laboratory rablats. That's been experimented. You guys have been experimented on to the fullest. Propaganda. You're so brainwashed. You've forgotten how to use common sense. You've forgotten how to know right from wrong. You're spitting on our forefathers' graves. And you're spitting on a fucking Constitution. In fact, you're fucking wiping your asses with it. It's what you're doing. And you should be ashamed of yourself, especially those of you call yourself patriot, constitutionalist. Speak louder than words, and thus far, your actions are saying you don't give a fuck about the Constitution. Respect another person's beliefs. Can't respect their freedoms. It's just not the Christians. I know fucking the pagans that do it. I've watched it. You guys have fallen victim as well, allowing division to be put in amongst ourselves. You guys know, especially the pagans. Pagans will testify to this. Anybody that's followed me. It's one of the things I get on them about the most. Because they're no different than you Christians out there. They've been pitted against each other and divided. They're taught, oh, this person, because he does things this way, practices this, believes this, it's wrong. And this happened at every path, faith, belief out there, under the guise of religion. That's all they want. They want you pitted against each other. They don't want you learning the truth. Learning that there's truth in many of these forms and paths. I'm not going to call them paths from here on out. That's what I call them in the pagan community. And in a sense, what they are, they're paths. They're paths to better enlightenment. They're paths for peace, for our well-being. And there's more than one path. I mean, let's think about this. Christians, I want you to be honest. How many of you practice a form of yoga, a form of meditation? And before you start saying you don't meditate, when you pray, that's a form of meditation. When you sing praises, that's a form of meditation. It's relaxing, it's uplifting. You are centering yourself. You're connecting yourself to God. What is meditation? Centering, connecting, relaxing, connecting yourself with a higher being, God. We have many similarities, many common things. Many pagans will tell you, we believe that there's many truths in the Bible. Well, I might not agree with everything in it, but there's many truths. It's a great moral lesson. It can teach you to be a better person. You guys forget one of the most important quotes that Jesus said. To understand him, you need to view and see things as you would see them through a child's eyes. That's the other misconception that pissed me off about Pizzagate. All you guys blaming the few bad apples and blaming the rest of us for it. You knew anything about any of our past, including the Satanists. The most sacred thing as a child, its innocence, is to be protected above all else. That's the other misconception. Let's go sacrifice a kid. I need to make some parchment. Most of you are going to, oh boy, just flip the script. What is a kid? I just say baby goat. See where I'm saying? How people use words, manipulated words, change their meanings. Here's the thing, anytime you translate something, you're losing meaning and definition. It no longer holds what it once meant, because Many words cannot be translated to English. There's no word for it. Or create it, or make up our own definition for it. You guys forget that. And, you listen to scholars out there and archaeologists, Coptic is a dead language. Not spoken, can't be translated. Same way with Aramaic, almost a dead language. There's many dead languages that cannot be translated. But that's for you guys to do your research on. Know where your scriptures came from, how it was translated, where original translations came from. That'll open your eyes to a lot of new things and new truths. Just like I did a video on Islam. Somebody asked me to, because they knew I had some knowledge there. I love studying religions, all religions. Like I said, there's that word again. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's important to know those things. It's important to know their histories. It keeps us from repeating history. Every belief system's been oppressed, persecuted, one way or the other. But doesn't mean it has to keep going that way. Our forefathers gave us a constitution to put an end to the history repeating itself. But yet, most of you spin on it. You claim when you want to protect yourself. Yes, you do. You don't have freedom to persecute other beliefs. Every belief system is equal. Everyone has the right to believe and practice what they want here in the United States. So what makes this country so fucking great? Or used to make it great. Not so great anymore. When those ideologies are just become that, ideology. They used to be concrete fact. So don't go crying me a river. Oh, you've been bashing it. I'm bashing everyone. I'm bringing you truth. If you can't handle the truth, go fuck off. I'm tired of it. That's all you guys do anymore. Just cry, cry, cry. Kathy Griffin did this. She offended me. Boo, boo. She's paying the repercussions for her actions. Or now she wants to go, oh, now she was the one that wants to be the victim and cry. She even admitted she knew she was stepping over the line when she did it. So therefore, I don't want to see your face on TV crying because you're lying. Face the facts, you fucked up, admit it. I might forgive you. Personally, I don't think you're that funny. You know, honestly, the blowjob night on New Year's, I thought that was funny. I didn't take offense to that. Some did. This? No. But there could be an argument made on that, too. You always got to be able to step outside the box and see things in other ways. Because many of us would probably thought it was funny as fuck. She did it picturing a fucking terrorist. Keep it real. You don't have to admit it, don't have to say it, but you don't have to comment. But you know I might. hilarious, we'd be praising her. But there is some things you don't do. And would that be, that is kind of a disrespectful, but yeah, what she did was also disrespectful. So, sometimes, guys, that's the cold, hardest truth. Sometimes we got to stop, put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. How would you feel if that happened? You know, for all those against immigration, there's a legal way, and a right way to do it. I agree. Our immigration process does need fixed because it is not easy to become a citizen. You got to have money, and it takes years. It shouldn't just take that long. But then again, we live in a world where you got to vet everything. But we wouldn't have to if, you know what, if we're at war. You know one thing, here's one thing, the only thing I respect George W. Bush about is the one thing he said, that if you harbor terrorists, you support, give, do anything, you are our enemy. And Obama shit on that. Because when Pakistan did what they did and told us to get our military off that base, you were harboring a terrorist. We had every right to go in there. We had every right to declare war on you. That's what needs to happen. Any country that support and harbor these terrorists have nothing to do with them. Start targeting these camps, these training camps. No warning, no nothing. Bombing off the face of the fucking map. Fear works both ways. All they're doing when they do these attacks in these places where our kids are at is spreading fear, trying to control us through fear. It works both ways. Don't target the fucking ones that aren't terrorists. Target the terrorists. Target the training camps. Target these countries that are supporting them. If the UN doesn't want to sanction, cut off money, you know how to deal with North Korea? It's simple. You cut them off. There's no such thing as sanctions or keep increasing sanctions. No, you cut off. You get nothing. You starve them out. The people will turn on the fucking dictator and remove them. Or, no, you can't listen. You want to keep shooting off missiles? Fine, fuck you. Go in there and bomb the hell out of it. Bomb the fucking places where we know they launch them from. Target the fucking capital where he might be, any place he might be, and just rain hell. You know what? He won't be in power for long. Take the kids' gloves off. That will send a message to other countries that do the same. We're done. Or, fuck you. We're not going to be the police. We're going to pull away. Can't blame us no more. Let those countries deal with them. Oh, they're our allies. Well, I don't see them doing anything to stop them. You know? And here's the other thing. When we used to be at war, We put so much sanctions on Japan for their actions during the war. They couldn't even have a military up until 2000. Quit giving them the shit back. If we're going to we're going to take out a leader, then occupy the place and don't give it back. That's not right. What if I put it into this bullshit? Because here's the thing. We do, I'm a firm believer, we do meddle in people's affairs when we shouldn't. That's another reason why a lot of countries hate us. The other thing I would do, okay, information's great, but quit trying to topple regimes or put in a regime that goes on too much. You have no business there. We got our own problems right here in our fucking country. We got a homeless rate that's out of fucking control, even more so now. The poor has become fucking poor. Middle class has been cut in half, increasing. And we're not focusing on it. We're not focusing on the homeless, getting them off the streets. That's where I have other issues with activists. Oh, they're starving children over fucking Africa or China. Well, guess what? There's fucking starving children here. You claim to be an American. You claim to believe in the Constitution. You claim to be a citizen of this country. Start here. We come first. This is our country. Our country should always come first before another. Before we start trying to fix fucking other countries' problems. Now, here's my message to the world. Police your own country. Get your country. Start focusing on your own countries. Screw what the other countries are doing. We don't need a fucking UN. We don't need a goddamn NATO. Our own countries. We need our countries, other countries to prosper as well as ours. Without our interference. It's cool to ask for help. Nothing wrong with that. Here's what amazes me. Brazil can try their fucking politicians in court and actually get convictions. Why can't our country do that? Why can't other countries do that? Change. And that change starts with each and every us. We got to change our way of thinking. We got to start using common sense. We got to start using our fucking brain. We got to start questioning. Fuck Bilderberg. Who gives a fuck? Those are just fucking smoke. It's just smoke and mirrors. Don't even know what's going on. They're just fucking puppets having their strings pulled from by people they don't even know. They might think they know, and if they actually think they know, that's not the person pulling their strings. It's somebody's pulling that person's strings. And you'll never know who they are, ever. That's the number one rule of a secret society. Grow your followers. Bring in celebrities. Bring in the rich, the nobility. And let them be the face of the organization. While the others just grow rich and fat off there. Push their agendas. Because all they're giving you is smoke and mirrors. You never see what's really going on. You never will. Until it starts happening. fucking Elon Musk, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of your country and take that fucking overpriced fucking Tesla car somewhere else. I hope to God somebody comes up and invents, oh wait, he'll just scream, I got patents on that. You know what? Fuck you and your patents. Anybody can create something. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to play with solar. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to fucking create a battery. Actually, it's just minor science. We got fucking high school, junior high kids been playing with that since the 90s. But we do need to work on cleaner energy as well. It doesn't mean put taxes on things. It doesn't mean restrict things. It means finding new sources. Wind. Why is it that Google's buying up all these windmill properties? Why is it Google is now energy and the next pieces of land with windmills they buy will now be able to sell it to you. They've gotten a monopoly now on the electrical grid. They don't need Toledo, Edison, or whatever the fucking electric companies are called. They don't need them. They're getting their energy free from the sun, from the wind, from the water. We don't need nuclear plants. We don't need coal-burning plants anymore for energy. Now we need coal for other things. We still need coal. We'll always need coal. We'll never be able to get away from coal, but we can cut the amount of its burning down. And now, truthfully, you'll see that most of these coal-burning plants are burning cleaner than, can't get no cleaner. Like I said, climate change, the biggest hoax joke ever. You know, as far as those people want to talk about chemtrails, well, we've been cloud seeding since we invented the airplane. And before we had the airplane, we were cloud seeding before then by throwing out fucking shit in the air, letting it fucking blow. Nothing new, but old practice, older than dirt. Do I believe it? Yeah, some planes might, but not every fucking chemtrail. Every trail behind a plane is a chemtrail. Some of it's just natural process. Just a fucking day you can see the fucking heat and waves of coming off the asphalt. Cold days, where's your cars do? You see the exhaust smoke. Why? Because you can see it's causing a reaction in the air from the heat. Engines produce heat. Higher up in the atmosphere, colder temperatures, you get a trail. So, get tired of hearing all that, oh, all these chemtrails, that's effective. No. I'm not saying everybody's wrong. I'm saying it's not every goddamn plane. You know, we get caught up in the fucking conspiracy theories and shit. Nothing wrong with conspiracy theories, guys. It makes you think. It makes you question things. There's nothing wrong. We're all victims. Don't look at every fucking plane you see in the sky and think it's leaving chemtrails. Sorry, guys. Myth. Natural reaction from the engine. You know. But let me talk more thing on Elon Musk, since he has ties to SpaceX. Let's talk about that. Now, NASA's even said out of their own mouths every time they send a fucking spaceship up or a rocket up that punches through the atmosphere, it leaves a little hole. which affects climate, which because it allows fucking solar winds, solar rays to come into the planet. So if he's so big on fucking climate change, why is he fucking in the fucking space, building space planes to penetrate the fucking atmosphere and put a hole in it? Anybody ask that question? Now can you see the hypocrisy of it? I mean, thus far, all his Tesla cars are really done is fucking prove they can kill people. Or cause accidents. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for technology. We need technology. We need more of our children becoming scientists and creating things instead of being brainwashed fucking mindless fucking zombies. You know, all those zombies movies, they keep making sense. That's what they're about. You. Not The Walking Dead. Brainless, mindless, can't think for yourself, got to be told what to do. They're making a mockery of you. But, you know, like I said, I'm sure I pissed a bunch of people off. I mean, I could keep on going, but this is going on 3 hours. And believe me, I still want to keep going, but truth, most of you can't handle it. And those of you can, listen to it this far, thank you. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to push boundaries. Just know there's consequences if you step over the line. Don't be afraid to be free thinkers. Don't be afraid to question things. Question everything. But most importantly, if you claim that you believe in the Constitution, don't be hypocrites and blame and say that your way is the only way, because it goes against the Constitution. Everybody has to be equal, treated equally. Man, woman, black, white, Asian, Mexican, don't care each other. Everyone's supposed to be have freedom of religion. Oh, don't spit on it because, oh, my belief tells me that there's no other truth. There's no other right religion. So therefore, you're evil. You're part of this elite group. You're part of the elite. Go fuck yourself. Because now you're spitting on our fucking forefathers' graves. You're spitting on our Constitution. The right to believe and practice what I want, just like you do. And I'm supposed to respect yours, respect mine. The world will be a much better place if we start living like that. Stop judging people because of their beliefs. Stop judging people because they made a mistake. But yet, in fact, you should be congratulating, praising the ones that can get out of this system and make something of themselves and better themselves. The ones that realize I made a mistake, but I ain't going to be that person again. They fought hard to break that cycle that's meant to keep them in me to them. Because they don't want them to succeed. They don't want them to become anything. But you guys motherfuckers only want to judge them by their past. Grow up. Quit supporting fucking or schools that want to fucking send your taxpayer money to care. Start holding them accountable. Start taking them to court. Charging them for violating the Constitution. And start demanding that they be charged for supporting a terrorist group, because that's what they are. Carry the terrorist organization as deemed by our government. Sharia law has no place to be fucking taught in our schools. Be quiet, because one, it's not a religion. It's an ideology of hatred, of oppression. In their eyes, you are an infidel, nothing more. Our kids do not need to be taught that. They need to be taught the real Constitution, the real Revolutionary War, not shit stripped out of it. Our kids need to be taught to respect everyone, what color they are, no matter what religion they believe in. They ought to know that they're equal to everyone. Or it does not matter. They're supposed to be equal. So when they see a rich person thinking his shit don't stink, that he's above the law, they know better. You end this brainwashing cycle we're in. It's how you end fake news. How you put an end to the propaganda. Like I said, you want change? We're already, the course is set. There's no getting off it. Start changing yourself. Start changing. That way we can change the outcome so we can have a better outcome. So we can make our country great. Europe great. UK great. Germany great. Sweden, Australia, Japan, Russia, China, North, South Korea, Vietnam, Brazil. All these countries great. That's how you can do it. Let our actions speak louder. Let's live by example. If that means pulling all of our fucking military back, so be it. We got jobs for them. We need a border wall. We need people to guard it. We need more National Guard to protect our waters. We'll always have a job. Then let's see what the world says. Because Mr. Macron, the world without you would be a better place. This country, if we'd stop being the police of every other country, coming to your aid when you cry, stop giving you money when you need it, be begging within 2 months for us to be the police again. We stop exporting our foods, our corn, our grain to overseas. Some countries would starve out in a matter of months because they rely on that. So yeah, you need us in the world. We do make this world a better place. Your statement was fiction, much like your political career has been fiction, as many of our world leaders are. Only care about themselves, that they can make their pockets off our fucking blood, sweat, and tears. Well, that's the truth, Portal. Like I said, I wasn't pulling punches tonight. Good, but you can't handle it. And those of you can, start doing the same. Fuck it. Take the gloves off and just cram it down people's throats until they wake up. Start re-educating our people with the truth, with what our Constitution is, with the stuff they stripped out of history. Quit falling victims. Quit supporting fucking Black Lives Matter, fucking Antifa. Let me tell you something. All lives matter. Every last one of us. Not one group of people. There's no such thing as fucking white privilege. Because if anything, there's more black privilege than there's white privilege. Let's keep it real. You're a fucking foreign foreigner, becomes here, becomes a citizen. You live tax-free for a little bit. You can go to our colleges. Race should never be questioned or have a meaning in this country. We're all equal. Start treating people like it. Stop claiming fucking this or that. Stop falling victims and putting labels on things. Own up. Grow a set. Stop supporting these fuckers that won't fucking bring us real news, like what's going over in San Diego, here in Ohio, North Carolina, every state. There's news that's not being reported, but we got these so-called truthers. Oh, let me money. This. I'm going to report Bilderberg. And there's real important issues that need to be discussed. Fuck Bilderberg. Don't claim to be fucking open-minded, righteous. Every cause is righteous in a person's eyes, no matter what it is. Righteous means nothing. Every war that's been fought, they've claimed it to be righteous. There's always a loser. Actually, everyone loses during war. Lives are lost. Homes are destroyed. Then you got to come back and rebuild what you destroyed. But there's no replacing the lives. There's no such thing as anything righteous. It's another form of dogma, you brainwashed fool. Righteous only exists in theory. It's a concept. Concept that's actually meant to control you. Because when you start believing one thing's righteous over another, you're spitting on the Constitution that you claim to fucking respect, honor, that you say and claim is sacred, that has meaning. But that's it. I have nothing else to say. I mean, I got all kinds of shit to say, but you guys don't want to hear it. Really? So, I hope I pissed some of you off. I hope some of this shit hurt you. Why? Because the truth hurts. But most importantly, I hope I made you fucking think. I hope I awakened that fucking brain of yours that you're not using. For all the people that said, oh man, how many F words did you say? How many cuss words did you say? Freedom of speech, bitch. How do you like those apples? I ain't P, I'm never gonna be. Good night, everyone.